welcome back to the Guy Dawson Show. We are here again with Jim Egan, and he represents, what is the name of your company?
Well, the name of the company is Limestone Investments.
I
but
think I saw that online.
URL is crazy, so
Yes.
ifindproperties.com is a lot easier to remember.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about your rating system.
Okay, so one of the things I developed about 12 years ago was a rating system that identifies what to purchase. And the reason why I developed it is because I'm an ex-engineer, and we came from California, and I was trying to figure out a way to buy properties because we were buying some properties. And we were a little frustrated with the methodology that we were exposed to with the real estate agents. So I kind of created my own, and I wanted to make a system that was easy for investors. So I used kind of a 5-star rating system that you'd see at the movies, but to break up the property into different components. And so the 5 components are equity, income, condition, desire, and square footage. So now of all these ratings, the 5th one, square footage, is not an opinion. It's just a number, the price per square foot. Okay. So so the remaining 4 are equity, income, condition, and desire. So equity is its price relative to properties around it.
Oh, I hear that term thrown around a lot, and I never understood what it actually meant.
Okay, so for example, if a house is listed for $100,000,
Yes.
and all the properties around it sold recently for $200,000,
Yes.
it's cheap,
Oh.
right? So
okay, now I
there's a
get
lot of opportunity there.
Yes.
So if someone bought it and they're able to get it for $100,000,
Mm-hmm.
they would immediately make a lot of money if they turned around and sold it tomorrow.
Wow.
As an example.
Yes.
So a property that's significantly less, listed significantly less than all the properties around it that
Yes.
sold recently, that's in what we call A equity. In other words, it's 5-star in terms of opportunity to buy equity.
Definitely.
Okay.
That makes a lot of
All
sense.
right. The second number is income.
Yes.
So it's often referred to as return on investment.
Yes.
Okay, so for example, if you went to the bank right now and bought a CD, it'd probably be at, like, I don't know, 1% or 2% return. Well, and in real estate, what we're looking at is the investment and how it correlates to the rental income. Okay, so let me give you an extreme example to illustrate it. If a property makes, I don't know, rents for $5,000 a month, and is only for sale for $10,000, well, you'd make your money in 2 months. You'd make
Wow.
a huge amount of money.
Yes.
Well, those don't exist, by the way. So right. So right now, single-family homes return on investment is around 7 or 8%, which isn't too bad. Back in 2010, the returns on investment were closer to 14 and 15%.
Wow.
Because they were cheap.
Yes.
You know, there were a lot of houses you could buy here in Las Vegas between $50,000 and $100,000.
Right.
And a lot of my investors did very well.
Yes.
And so, but as the price of homes have come up,
Yes.
rents have remained relatively constant. So what's happening is the return on cash has come down.
Yes.
I still use a system that enables investors to identify the return on cash. So a property has a 5-star income,
Yes.
typically does better than 10% return on cash.
Wow.
So there are very, very few these days.
Yes.
Okay, so there's equity, income. The next is condition.
Yes.
Okay, so condition is just, the shape that it's in. Okay, A condition means you just change the locks. You're ready to go. C condition means you got to come in with a bit of carpet and paint. Nothing, no big deal. 1 rating or 0 stars, F condition, you need to bulldoze it.
Wow.
So they exist. Those are.
Do they?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow. That's so surprising to
Well,
me.
they're burnouts.
Oh, yes.
Tweakers got a hold of them, and there's nothing there.
Oh, yes, yes,
So there's a few of those, and they're
Yes.
cheap, by the way.
Yes.
So there's usually a correlation between its condition and its equity,
True.
generally.
Yes.
And then the next rating is probably the most controversial, and that is the neighborhood rating.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so the neighborhood rating is my opinion based on its location, and what I use as a way to measure ratings is the pride of ownership in that neighborhood. So if you go to in a neighborhood where the grass is perfect, it looks like Disneyland,
right?
That would be an A neighborhood where people take pride in living there, and everything is perfect.
Yes.
Okay. And then an F neighborhood has got some abandoned cars,
right?
Some people that are sleeping in the bushes and that type of thing, right?
Yes.
And in Vegas, that exists everywhere.
Absolutely.
So what's interesting is that Vegas has a kind of a checkerboard of ratings. You can find E neighborhoods in Henderson, and you can find A neighborhoods in North Las Vegas, So by using that rating system, my investors that are from California or out of the country, I have a lot of investors from out of the country, they rely on my rating system to identify the quality of the neighborhood. And by the way, there's a lot of correlations between these. What's surprising to a lot of investors is there's an inverse correlation between return on cash and neighborhood.
Oh.
So the worst neighborhoods have the best return on cash.
Wow.
And sometimes even better equity. So that surprises a lot of investors because they have this old school mantra of location, location, location.
Yes.
Which is kind of a bunch of hooey.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you can get a single family in an A neighborhood
yes.
with the return on cash at 1 or 2%. You might as well go get a CD. So anyway, that's an example.
I'm thinking about even a personal example for myself of a property that of a house that I rented, North Las Vegas. I was maybe a block away from Martin Luther King, but I was in the nicest, safest neighborhood. I mean, it was literally like right next to a golf course.
Yep, absolutely.
And gated community, great neighbors. It was very quiet, so people, I think, get too, like you said, get too hung up on, North Las Vegas, scary.
Exactly.
Like,
no, there's little pockets,
Yes.
For example, there's, Las Vegas Country Club and, where the areas where the mayor lives, Oscar Goodman and all that area, and Rancho and Charleston and that area. Very exclusive neighborhood, but it's surrounded by D&E neighborhoods. So I use my knowledge of the different neighborhoods to identify the quality of that neighborhood.
Definitely. It sounds a little bit like what I've seen on like Zillow when you're looking up different properties and they tell you, they have their own kind of rating systems for what they do.
Oh, really? I have to go check it out.
Yeah.
Stole my idea.
Did you copyright it?
No, I didn't.
No, you should have copyrighted it.
Well, it's a little controversial. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
But it's yours.
I'm just waiting for the phone call. I live in the Bay neighborhood, damn it.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, so.
But I definitely sense and understand what you're talking about in terms of the controversy there, for sure. And you could have an A house, but your neighbors are just terrible too.
Well,
and that's,
I mean, a local condition also applies. If I go check out a property and there's this massive barking dog surrounding it, in an A neighborhood, I'm going to knock it down to a B.
Wow.
Who wants to live by all these barking dogs?
True.
Anyway,
really good to know.
That's an example.
Yes.
I know Zillow doesn't do that.
No, they don't. Too funny. So let's see here. So we talked about the website.
Yep.
So let's have you just one more time tell our viewers out there, how can they get in touch with you?
Our website is ifineproperties.com.
Yes.
And we have sections there for investors, owners, and tenants.
Oh, tenants too?
Well, we're looking for those people too.
Nice.
Yep, absolutely. And so our website has all that information on there, easy to navigate, and it's got our phone number on there as well.
I wish I would have known that when I was going to rent a house recently. That would have came in really handy, Jim.
Well, I'll help you out. When it expires, you let me know.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jim, for coming on the show today. We hope that our viewers have lots of great information out there regarding real estate development. And if you want to get in touch with Jim, please visit his website at ifineproperties.com. And thank you very much for being here.
Very welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. When we come back from the commercial break, we will have Vanessa W. Chan, and she will be talking to us about her Force Trajectory project. Thank you.